Hi guys, welcome back on the channel. Vene here from VST Speaks Tech. Still have my Pixel 3a with the Android 12, Android S. Yesterday, in fact, I ejected my SIM, my primary SIM card from my other beloved phone, which right now is the Galaxy S21 Plus, and I jumped straight to the Pixel 3a because I wanted to do this deep dive test on Android 12 and give you guys the best features, but then also on the longer run just want to understand, can I live and survive with something that is called developer preview 1. Google themselves are just saying that ordinary users should not get this on their devices. This update is really meant for developers to look at the new things. You know that Google are giving directions with where Android is going, where Google is taking Android, checking out their APIs and etc. But it's far really from being ready for the end users. In fact, we're gonna get developer 1, 2 and 3, and in a couple of months we're gonna get the first beta, right? Anyway, it won't be released until this year September, so we still have to go on a long journey. But hey, this here is the top features that I managed to find into Android 12. And again, I'm just speaking about features that you can guys access in case you're so crazy and you want to load it up in your phone. Because some of the things like the new silky home display and other things like the one-handed mode and even the scrolling screenshot are just available via some ADB commands, and they're not stable enough to be included into the developer preview. In fact, they are under the title unimplemented. But here we are, so let's really start with what is inside. I think one of the first new features is going to be Google redesigning the media center. So right now the widget that we have here on the screen is actually a bit bigger than what we used to have before. It looks very nice. So on the lock screen, definitely change. Here, this is the navigation. So again, the prominent change here is that it does look a bit big. I'm gonna zoom the camera closely so you can see this. So this is how it looks like on the lock screen. It is quite intuitive, by the way, and changing through the songs, going back and forth, pretty much the same. But I think that the design of the widget is a bit better. And really, Android 12 is gonna focus on the end user. So Google are putting the user in the middle. Let me just show you how this looks like when you're inside the phone. All right, I have now unlocked my phone and I'm going to unravel right now the notification screen so we can just see, right? We have the same widget here. It's a bit better, it's a bit bigger actually from what we used to have before. We have the same widget here and we can see it actually also a bit taller, right? So this is one of the new things here. Again, same level of control, so you can just go back, go forward. It's pretty much the same. One thing I like in particular is how they revamp the notifications. You have now this space between your media player, your regular notification and the silent one. So you can see here we have a silent notifications and there is this gap, and it actually is quite handy. New thing number 3, which I think is also a feature design wise, is when you scroll down to get the bar, you have this blur background blur effect. So it also looks quite nice and it adds this premium feeling. So you can see right now I just got a new command on the YouTube Studio. Is a silent command. You can see another new notification feature is this little snooze button here. So if I tap it like this, the notification is gonna get automatically snooze for 1 hour, and then of course you can undo it and you're gonna go back to it. Of course you can further tweak this if you want from the settings. There are more things into the notification, so let me just send myself a Viber message and you see what happens, okay? Sending the message, I got it here, right? So if I tap again here, it's gonna get snooze on 1 hour. If I press undo, it's gonna get okay. When I scroll down, guys, you can see not only have we here this gap or spacing, but also my preview image here or my profile image is a bit bigger. This is also a change. It wasn't not the case with Android 11. So you're gonna get bigger profile images when people message you. It looks pretty cool, I have to admit, and I do love the spacing here and the gaps. So right now here, just pay attention. We have here the media player. We have a gap showing my conversations. Then we have another gap and we have here something set silent notifications. What I don't like about this is that sometimes it's hard to read. Right now you see the silent when we have this blur effect, and the silent here is not very readable because it overlaps with some of the icons here. So I'm just moving it slow. Right now it's a bit better, but when you have something like this, silent is not very readable. So the notification titles are not always readable at 100%, but it probably will be later adjusted when they release some new updates to the theming of Android 12. Feature number 3 is related with how you manage your icons on the home screen. See what happens when I long press Spotify. I get access here to my playlist, also to the like sounds and to the search button. Same happens when I do the same on the YouTube, explore, subscriptions, and search. But look what happens when I do this on the Mixcloud. It doesn't really work. It's not yet supported. But if I go here in my chats and I do this on the Telegram, I get access to the people that I recently exchanged messages with. So what I'm saying is that right now in Android 12, they added a bit more options when you are working with one hand and using your apps. Let's do this on the Google camera. Boom. Take a video, take a selfie. I think this was there before. Let's do this on the photos here. I'm feeling lucky, free up space, all right? And let's do this also on the Play Store. If you do this on the Play Store, you just get direct access to your apps. Let's do this also on Chrome. If we do it on Chrome, you get the option to open a new incognito tab or a new regular tab. But this is for sure a new feature. The next feature is the changes that we have here into the settings app. Now, first thing guys, just see here, this bar is actually bigger, and also the profile picture is also bigger here compared to what we had in Android 11. This is kind of aligned with the bigger profile picture that you also are getting into the notifications and into the notification shade. But look at this. When I go and let's say open the first network internet menu, so when you go here, we see that the background is not white, is in fact bluish. And hopefully this will lead to Google implement a new theming system in Android 12 stock, which will allow the end users to do a bit more customization. Feature number 4 is related to the new shapes that we have of the activation toggles. Now I'm gonna go again to network and internet, and we see, right, I can just switch it on and off, and this will be the same that we already have in Android 11. But pay attention, when I go inside the Wi-Fi menu, I'm gonna get presented with the new toggle, right? And yeah, honestly, this looks a bit better. When it's switched off, you have this minus sign. When you switch it on back, you have this mark check. Again, it is a tiny detail, but for sure something new in Android 12. While we're in the Wi-Fi menu, I'm gonna share with you the feature number 5, and it's actually sharing the Wi-Fi password. Very easy, you just go inside, you see something called share. When you press share, you're gonna get presented with an option to verify it's you, and then you're gonna get this QR code. And you can now apparently share this QR code with all the nearby devices, of course, if you happen to have any. But hey, this is again a new feature in Android 12. Feature number 6 is related with screenshots. And again, I told you, I'm not gonna share with you some things that are not yet implemented. So I'm just gonna take a screenshot here. I'm gonna open the screenshot, right? And I'm gonna show you guys the new feature. So we have actually 2 sub features that are new. One thing new for sure is that you can just go here and add emojis or icons and etc. So apparently you can add emojis, but also draw on the screenshot and save it. So there is a new markup editing feature into editing screenshots. And something also quite important, guys, when I do the screenshot like this, previously you have to press like an X button. Right now you just swipe like this and it's gone. So this new feature is around editing your screenshot. And then one more thing, when you like this, in the future here next to the edit button, then I'm gonna bring the scrolling screenshots. So again, a new feature in Android 12. And last but not least, there are also some changes on the home screens and the grid. Now, when you hold your finger like this, you have access to styles, widgets, and home settings. In Android 11, styles was a bit at the end. Let me show you also the new home grid option. I'm gonna press long here, gonna go to styles and wallpapers, and then to grid. All right, we have here the default, we have 4x4, we have 3x3 and 2x2. But if you do like this, you're gonna find another one. This is 4x5. So let's just choose 4x5. Okay, I'm choosing it, and then I'm gonna save that one. And then actually gonna have something like this, which I think is awful. I don't like it. I'm gonna go back to my previous setting. Another problem with this is that when I change back to the default grid, I lost all my icons. But hey, I mean, who is to blame? It's a very early version of Android 12. Don't forget that one. The reason that Google might be adding this new grid is the fact that this one is a bit different. So you see all the other ones or the older ones are like 4x4, 3x3, 2x2, you know, very symmetrical. Here we have 4x5. So in case you have a bigger phone with a taller screen, then maybe this is going to be a bit better. But hey, I have the Pixel 3 array, so I can definitely use also the default one. So guys, those are the features that you can start use immediately when you get the Android 12 developer preview. There are some more things that I told, like the scrolling screenshot and also activating the new Silky Home UI, but those are not yet activated. To access them, you need to activate them via ADB. And in fact, I did test already some, but I'll do a full review after I have access to everything. Well, right now, this is what you're gonna get. I really hope that you enjoy videos like this. If you have any questions, don't be afraid, don't be shy. Hit me into the comments down below. And with that said, guys, there is also a Telegram channel. You can go inside. We have a lot of chats with people like us about tech and etc. Please stay safe, you and your families, and we're gonna catch up in one of my new videos. With that said, VST over and bye.